Hello, Kathy Rose here. I'm here to talk to you about the astrological patterns for December 2022. We have a lot to talk about, and the majority of this video is going to talk about the first half of December primarily. So let's begin with the themes for the entire month. And that is, there's going to be a very strong flow of creative expression available to us. And with that creative expression, we get the opportunity to explore the frequency of grace and engage it if we want. I'll explain that in a moment. We get the opportunity to pierce through fuzziness or confusion because it's been all around us for a while, and to find some clarity. Those breakthroughs are scheduled to happen if you want them. And with that, we get this opportunity to dissolve some old wounds or trauma. And then the last thing, the theme for December, is learning how to manage our nervous system. We have a lot of nervous energy going on with this Mars and Gemini transit, and it's going to be activated several times, and we get the opportunity to learn how to manage it. And that's vital and important. So let's first talk about creative expression and engaging grace. So if you look at the image that's on the screen, this is the Grace Mandala. And I created this 2 or 3 years ago. And it was such a delight to create because I literally felt the presence of the frequency of grace flowing through my body, flowing through my consciousness, and out into my energy field. Now, I cannot define grace. I can't put it into words personally. I know what it feels like, and it is such a high frequency that it's just beautiful. And we get the opportunity to explore this. It's been in the energy field for a while, but this early part of December, it's going to be very potent. December 1st through 4th, we are going to be having Mercury and Venus squaring Neptune. And Neptune is going to end the retrograde phase. And all this expression of grace and unconditional love and compassion and creative energy flows through Neptune. It is also energized and enhanced by the fact that Jupiter is at the very last degree of Pisces, getting ready to end the transit through Pisces. So Jupiter in Pisces is expanding and making this even larger. So I highly recommend that you consider maybe writing some poetry, dancing, singing, doodling, anything that is creative cooking, anything where you are engaging creativity and feeling the frequency of grace. There's no better way to help the world than to step into grace, right? The other thing that happens, though, on a secondary track is that we really do get the opportunity to step out of some fogginess that's been hovering around us, some confusion that a lot of people have been feeling, a spaciness that's been around due to the square from Mars and Gemini to Neptune in Pisces and Jupiter also. And there is this potent period, especially for the first 20 days of December, to find clarity, to have a breakthrough, and to allow that Piscean energy from Jupiter and the Neptune energy with Neptune and Pisces to flow through you and dissolve pain, wounds, burdens, traumas. That is what Neptune does, is dissolves. You don't have to even intellectually understand what's happening. You just have to let it in. So if you would like any kind of wound or trauma to be released, imagine that Neptunian energy is flowing into you and dissolving. This is really potent. Sit quietly, focus on grace, but inflow the lovingness from the universe that wants to help you release wounds. It's really powerful right now. So on screen right now is the full moon in Gemini, which is on December 7th. And this is a peak period for this breakthrough energy, for dissolving wounds. This is going to be super powerful at this full moon because we have Moon conjunct Mars in Gemini, squaring Neptune, and of course, opposite the sun. And this is a time of special agitation to say, let's have some clarity and let's have some healing. There is no better time. What we all have to remember, though, during this Mars and Gemini transit is that words can easily be used as weapons right now. And be careful, or I shouldn't say careful, be mindful what you are saying, what you are thinking. Be mindful of what you are posting on social media. Words are carrying enormous power. You want them to work in your favor. You want to be energizing what you want, not what you don't want. You can see on screen the mandala I have posted is the one I created for Gemini, and you can feel the Gemini energy. It's delightful, it's witty, it's lighter. But in this intense configuration we have, it can also overload your nervous system. All the air signs are very much connected with our nervous system, and this Mars and Gemini energy is particularly agitating with our mind. So let me just say this. If you are at all prone to overthinking, if you are an information junkie, if you are someone who loves to have information for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and maybe you tend to overanalyze, maybe it's hard for you to stop thinking about a topic and move forward. If you're prone to that, then you need to be extra mindful during that full moon in Gemini, because just as the image on screen is suggesting, you're going to feel this powerful need to have information, to look things up, to collect data, to understand what is happening. And if you do it too much, it can overload your system. Okay. So be mindful, make sure you are breathing, be aware of your breathing every moment of every day. Gemini is an air sign. You want to keep the oxygen flowing in your system. Managing that nervous system during that full moon is going to be very important. And we are helped by the fact that at about the same time as that full moon, we're going to have Mercury and Venus entering Capricorn. And the early degree of any one of the 4 cardinal signs, which would be Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra, is called the Aries point. Even though it's not in Aries, 0 cardinal is called the Aries point because 0 cardinal has enhanced visibility potential. Bottom line, if you're not an astrologer, just focus on this. Mercury and Venus entering Capricorn between December 6th and 10th allows high visibility potential for your thoughts, for your actions, for how you are treating other people and what you are saying to other people. Bad behavior, bad intentions, rude behavior is going to become very, very public. And on the other note, loving behavior will get attention, will be in a spotlight. So please understand that. Now, the image I have on screen is a tree. This is a painting my friend Liza and I did together. We called it the fairy tree. And I have a tree because when Venus and Mercury enter Capricorn, we will be able to tap into a little bit more grounded, practical energy. So the roots of the tree are symbolizing that. But yet we're still going to have all of this special, intuitive, creative, spiritual energy flowing. And so the blues and the purples in this tree symbolize that. And isn't that a nice mixture? You know, we're going to have Aries point activation more than once in December. And again, that carries high public projection, high potential for visibility for all of our actions, all of our behaviors, all of our statements. Take this seriously. Of course, we always want to live with good intentions, but understand sometimes we get stressed and sometimes we act rudely or say things that we wouldn't normally say. If you do, you're going to notice that they get a lot of attention. So breathe and do the very best you can. Jupiter is going to enter Aries on December 20th and stay there till mid-May. But it is that first degree of Aries that is so potential. That's the Aries point. The new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd is at the Aries point. It's going to be at 1 degree Capricorn, again, triggering high visibility potential. I'm going to do a separate video that highlights the new moon in Capricorn, and at that time, I will be talking about the second half of December. Mercury is going to go into the retrograde phase on December 29th. So for the first 3 weeks of January, we're going to have that Mercury retrograde. And that, I think, is going to be incredibly productive. So I guess a final thought that I want to convey for December is one thing to think about is that we get this special opportunity with the pressures that are happening in December from the planets to acknowledge and engage our sense of being in command of our own state of mind. So mastery of life has a lot to do with being in command of your own state of mind. I think there's so much truth to that statement. And what I mean by that is be mindful that you get to choose how you respond to life, to people, to situations. You get to choose how you think about things. You get to choose your reactions in general. And in that way, then you are in command of your own state of mind. So even though the planetary energies are pretty jazzy, they really, truly are, you still get to choose. So I want to leave you with just the thought of meditating on grace. Remember, the theme for the entire month would be to engage grace, inflow it into the cells of your body, outflow it into your energy field and out to every single person that you connect with. Let it be part of your paradigm. Live with high intention in December because of all that visibility potential. And I am sending you love and sending you blessings. And I'll see you again mid-month for the second half of December video and that very important new moon that comes up. Okay, bye for now.